How's everybody doing? Is the weekend pretty good so far? How are things going? I'm doing pretty good. Gonna work on another tarot card today. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. One of those, I'm gonna work on something, but I don't really know what. So, I don't know. Need to get the Kickstarter ready. That's going live next week. So, I'm kind of curious how that goes. Hopefully it goes pretty good. I see quite a few people doing Kickstarters lately, so there you go. So we're here for tarot. Let's see. Let's grab the thought for this morning. So today we're working on Tarot and Your Body, the medical tarot series. So if you're interested in medical tarot, it works pretty good. Bling bling, what is going on? Ravender Deep, hello. Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing great. It is Sunday. It's a long weekend here in the U.S., so we got an extra day, an extra weekend day. That can't go wrong. That can't go wrong. How does A feel towards me? Raina, you're up early. What is going on? Marianne, hey, how are you doing? And Preeti, how are you doing? All right, Preeti wants to know, when will Jay talk to me? So, Marianne, please tell me if I should ask Wayne to marry me. Queen Flo, welcome. Helen, hey, how are you doing? A big hello from Italy. Sure, Queen Flo, toss it out there. We go we roll here with there is no list. Donations take priority, then I pick at random. So, there you go. It's all random. It's all random. You never know what you're going to get on the channel. That's for sure. No doubt about that. All right, when will Jay talk to me? Should I ask Wayne to marry me? How does A feel towards me? A lot of love questions this morning. Do you feel the love tonight? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Apparently I do. Crystal, welcome. Poppy, hello. How are you doing? All right, let's check that out. About, let's see, when will Jay talk to me? I love your Queen of Cups paintings. Thank you so much. That's going to be on Kickstarter. Maybe this weekend, maybe next weekend. It's going to be on Kickstarter soon. So I'll be sure and spam everybody to death with the Kickstarter info. Let's see. What do I need to do to transform a relationship into committed relationship? All right, let's try PB. What does PB want? When will Jay talk to me? When will Jay talk to me? Will they talk to me? Or will they not talk to me? The thought, I think, will give us some hints on Jay talking to you. There we go. So let's check that out. Today, I'm posting the Emperor painting, by the way, if you're interested in all of that. University placement. Well, there you go. That'll be interesting. So let's sort of take a peek at when will Jay talk to me. One of the issues being, one of the factors is being in that is there seems to be maybe some conflict. There's sort of a bit of strife going on. You know, not literally conflict like we're in a fist fight or something, but there seems to be some strife going on, almost like either a disconnect, conflict. Things are happening to where they're just not adjusted well sometimes. So this is going to occasionally kick in here and cause some problems. I think that overall, Jay and yourself have a good empathetic, is that it? Is that a thing? Empathy, some good empathy with each other to where you sort of know sort of each other's feelings. You have a good feel for how each other's doing emotionally. And that's going to be one of the key factors here, because this is sort of a very empathy type card. We have this pool of emotions, and you're able to sort of get into that and sync that with each other. And that's going to be pretty good for the long term, especially if you have a relationship that needs communication, or relationship that's going to be good over a long term. This is going to be a fantastic card for that. Unfortunately, we have a couple of secrets that are in between us. So we're having problems with these secrets. Maybe we have secrets that aren't being told. And I think also when we're talking about communication, you could have a level of communication that's just separated. In other words, you're communicating on one level, but you really need to be on a different level in order to move the relationship forward. And you see that with this card being upside down, it's almost like that everything is not in sync, everything is not going well. We're ending in strife, points to a bit of problems with anything that sort of comes in. So again, we have a clash. It's just I think it's a clash of beliefs, a clash of communication, a clash where things just aren't on the right channel. And it just seems like it's going to be sort of a difficulty sort of getting into the communication without having any of this clash. So if you're looking for a win, it seems that the disconnect needs to be resolved. I think we have a good possibility as far as that's concerned. If you're looking for a win, I would say that you have a couple of factors to resolve. One is strife. The other is going to be sort of fixing the secrets between us or getting things between us resolved in order for the communication to go back. So there's no really win. It's like we have to solve some issues. We have to address a couple of things before that's possible. And when those are addressed, or when you're trying to figure all of that out, then I think you can sort of move forward with that. So there you go. How will my teaching university placement go? Sent to school for okay, let's check that out for Poppy. Let's see, Poppy, or let's see what else. What do I need to do to transform a relationship into a committed relationship? When would Jay talk to me? All right, let's see. Let's check out university placement. There we go, PL. University placement. Laura, what is going on? How are you doing? All right, let's talk about university placement. It's going to be good, bad, and different. We can check that out over here. And I think the slow tarot would be good. You know what's starting to irritate me about the slow tarot, though, is the font. I'm not sure why, but the font really bugs me on this tarot deck. And it makes me think that I should redo my font on my tarot deck. Helen Harker, hello, what is going on? Will Wendy give me the tarot job on Skype? Well, there you go. All right. Look at university placements. Got to do something here with the font. So it kind of makes me readjust my font to make sure I don't fall into the same boat, because I don't want to be critiquing someone's font and because it's hard to read. And then mine has the exact same problem. That would be embarrassing. So, I mean, just look at the font. I mean, can you read the font? Can you read the font? I mean, can you tell what that is? I mean, you get close and sure, but I think one of the problems is they try to put a gradient on it. So you have a gradient in addition to the cursive font. I don't mind cursive font, but when you put a gradient on it, it makes it hard to see. So obviously that's a Six of Swords, but it's kind of difficult to see, in my opinion. I think the gradient, they could have eased up on that and made it a bit better. I mean, do gradient or do cursive, don't do both. My kind of thing there. There you go. So speaking of the Six of Swords, we do have a university placement. If you're looking for SC, hello, how's it going? Wolf, what is going on? Thanks everyone for joining me. I appreciate you. So the Six of Swords talks about a journey. And when we're talking about a journey, it's usually something from negative to positive, or it's usually just a journey. And it's also a journey with other people. It's like that we're being placed with other people, or we have, yeah, it is too small. Well, it's too small, but yeah, I don't know. But the Six of Swords talks about taking a journey. And when you have the Six of Swords, normally you're in a boat with other people. So you have a variety of other people there. So it seems like if we're being placed, we're making this movement, and we are making a movement, I think that that's going to come about. It's going to be pretty positive. So the Six of Swords points to a positive outcome from a journey. So if you're looking for a university placement, that's going to be well. Now we're looking for a positive outcome for a journey into fortune, or the Wheel of Fortune. In other words, a day-to-day activity, or something like university, where we do the studies, we go and do the homework, we come back, we do more studies, etc. So we have a day-to-day activity, regulatory type thing, and that being there, talking about a journey into a regular activity. So it does look like a university placement is possible. Just remember, we could have some other people as well. Now we have the Seven of Swords reversed. It's like we're having trouble leaving. It's like we're having trouble getting things out or pulling things out of it. And the Seven of Swords is, where we're taking our swords, we're leaping out the window, and we're headed in another direction. So the Seven of Swords points to sort of that leap of faith, or that leap out into something, but we're carrying something with it. So it's like an exit from the university. It's almost like that. Anthony, yes, I have it in the description link. There you go. So the Seven of Swords points to sort of the exit or pulling things out. When we think of that in an educational perspective for the Seven of Swords, I think of it as getting information out of the class, or pulling the information. In other words, your level of understanding, your level of getting in there, your level of sort of going through the process. It may be a bit stilted a little bit. It's almost like that we have some issues getting the information out, or issues with the studies or something like that. Into the Two of Wands, multiple opportunities. So I think you will get placed. I think we have some issues sort of getting started, maybe issues with the studies, or issues sort of getting comfortable with a couple of things. The Two of Wands being dominion. Also, you have a level of control within this as well that really sort of makes it better, or makes it pretty good once you get comfortable. So we have a bit comfort issues. Once we get comfortable, I think we're sort of rocking and rolling in there. I think that goes pretty well. So there you go. Tara, yes, you can ask a question. I do random. So donations take priority, then I pick completely at random. So you never know what I'm going to pick next. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of doing tarot. You just grab whatever you can there. You just do it. You just do it. Okay, speaking of just do it, Nike theme there. Anthony, yes, it's in the description. Be assigned to a supervisor teacher. There you go. There you go. Ravender Deep, does A truly love me? SC wants to know, will I shift to South India by the end of the year? And Tara asks about a husband. 5-point star, welcome. What is going on? 5-point star is our new president. 5-point star is awesome. That is a Square site, not pay. Yeah, it's the same thing, Anthony. It's pretty much the same thing. So Square, and I think actually from the dude that made the PayPal, was it somebody split off from that team and made Square? But yeah, basically it's the same thing. Okay, future husband are shifting to South India. Now that is interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing that. We got so many movement cards. SC talking about shifting to South India. We have so many movement cards. I'm kind of curious as to what's going on. Elizabeth Juarez, welcome. What is happening? It's good to see you. All right, if we're going for just pure movement, I like This Might Hurt Tarot. It doesn't hurt. This won't hurt. I mean, I'm just saying. This might hurt tarot. There's no implied humor here. There's no implied humor here. I just want to know about movement. And I like movement. Movement is pretty cool. Movement is pretty cool. Yes, Poppy, I think it'll go well. Got problems starting up, got problems getting comfortable and all that stuff. So there you go. There you go. All right, shifting to South India, looking for some movement cards. I'd really like to see a Six of Swords, maybe a Knight of Swords, something that would be indicating movement and getting started on that journey there. All right, so what do we have? We have the Fool that indicates movement. So yeah, death, yeah. I think that we have some stuff. I think death sort of points to that. I think in order to get to South India, in order to do your shift and getting things going, Sonal, hello, what's going on? Things going, you're going to require some changes on your part. So there's like some pending changes that aren't quite settled, some pending changes that are sort of waiting or sort of, being processed almost. We have a lot of majors. I mean, the entire thing is majors. So I think this is a major thing for you. It's a big shift. It's not a minor shift. This is going to be something that majorly it sort of affects what you're doing. And it moves a bunch of different things with you. So if you're looking for a shift, I think that you do have a shift. We have a lot of different things that are sort of affecting you. The biggest one being obviously the Death card. Judgment, maybe not so much. Judgment's sort of a weird card here. Judgment is sort of a weird card here because you're looking for judgment into death. It's almost like that in order to get balanced, in order to get everything rocking as far as what you need some change. I think we're sort of stuck. And that's kind of what this points to, right? We're stuck in the day-to-day activity, the Wheel of Fortune. We're stuck in some stuff. I think that you're ready for some change. You're ready for something significant. You're ready for a bit of shakeup as far as that. Not a big shakeup, but you're ready to sort of end one sort of pattern, and you're ready to start a new pattern in your life. And that's what you have with death. The difference between death and the Tower, for example, death is sort of an ending of something and the beginning of another. And that's what you're talking about with your move. But the Fool being a movement card, I was looking for a movement card. Could have the Fool. We could have the Knight of Swords. We could have the Eight of Wands, Six of Swords. You could have a lot of different movement cards here. The Fool is being a good one. But the Fool carries with it some weight. The Fool carries some weight. Poppy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. How will my teaching supervisor be like it? Okay, we'll check that out, Poppy. But the Fool carries some weight with it. The Fool doesn't just wander into a movement. The Fool wanders into a movement where you don't know the results. So you could be looking at a variety of different things here. But yeah, I mean, we have a major thing coming. We have a major sort of fallout to where you're sort of getting that done. So that's looking pretty good. If you're looking for a shift to South India, I think we got it there. All right. Poppy wants to know about teaching. Let's check that out. Let's see. PL. How will my teaching super be like? The last one was terrible. Didn't let me teach your class. I hope the new one will be better. All right. Let's check that out. Hopefully you get a supervisor that doesn't stink. That doesn't stink, because those aren't good at all. We could use... Everybody makes fun of the Gilded Tarot Royale, but I do not mind the thickness of the cards. I don't think it's too bad. But I mean, I guess it depends. Tia wants to know, how do you decide when to read reversals? It's all random. It is all random, Tia. We roll random up in here. So if you're looking for organization, you're looking for logic, if you're looking for maybe some higher meaning, I'm not going to have that on the stream pretty much. I think my lessons, by the way, medical tarot lesson is coming out. Medical tarot lesson is coming out today. I have it all set and ready. I just need to film it. And see what is up with all of that stuff. So we're looking for, you're looking for a teacher supervisor. Are they going to suck? You need a good supervisor. The Ace of Swords says they're not really good at communicating. The Devil says you may have some problems, may have a bit of a personality conflict actually here. So, I mean, the Devil, not going to be a good card. That's not a good look here. So the Four of Pentacles says that it's almost like that they hold information out, or they're holding some things from you. They don't want to give you everything. They don't want to give you the entire thing. Queen Flo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Crystal therapy and tarot become my new career. Well, there you go. So the Four of Pentacles points to them holding out. It's like that they realize that you're temporary, or they have some problems with giving you all the information that they want to. The Devil is not a good look as well. The Ace of Swords being reversed is not a good look as well. Sort of points to a bit of problems with communication. It's like we're on a different page. We're having problems getting the communication across. We're having problems with that. Strength being reversed is also not a good look. So if you're looking for a superb teaching supervisor, maybe a bit challenged on this as well. So strength being reversed pretty much points to you're impatient. I mean, at some point you just get impatient because you're not getting the information that you need. You're not getting a lot of the quality that you want. And I mean, if you have a supervisor that's there, they should be motivating. They should not be the Devil. They should not be withholding information. There should be somebody who is very communicative, very good at letting you know things. You know, a good supervisor, a good super is going to be like that. But I mean, you may have a bit of difficulty with that. Sorry for the bad news. I was looking for good news in there somewhere, and yeah, it did not exist at all, unfortunately. Sorry about that. All right, so Queen Flo wants to know about crystal therapy and tarot. That sounds fun. Let's see, crystal therapy and tarot. Is that combination going to be good, bad, or indifferent? Well, I misspelled crystal. At least I didn't misspell the emperor. I mean, I didn't do the emperor. I did not do the emperor. Oh, what is a good one for that? I like the light seers. Light seers is kind of a default. You can't really go wrong with it. The quality of the cards. I mean, everything looks just fantastic. Everything, it just looks fantastic for that one. All right, when is the next court card? When is the next court card video? Going to be Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday or Wednesday. Today is medical tarot. I think, is it medical tarot today? I think I can get a medical tarot out. I think I can. I believe it is possible to get the medical tarot out today. But, man, there's a lot of prep that goes into these videos, by the way. So, you know, but you know, there you go. I don't know the transition rate. I have no idea, Anthony. Square, PayPal, all the same thing. It's all the same thing. Payment processes are pretty much the same. The only difference is the people that receive the money. But as far as taking the money, they all hit the credit card or PayPal or whatever. Okay, so looking at crystal therapy and tarot. Is this going to be something long-term? Is this going to be something that you're going to be able to do? The Ace of Cups says that, yes, you could be able to do this on a long-term basis or make a living out of it, but it's going to take some time. One of the problem is going to be just the day-to-day activities. So the day-to-day activities, you have to have a certain amount of customer base, or we have to have a certain amount of things going on. So once you get that income, once you get the customer base, I think it's much easier to do that for a living. You do need to bring something unique, bring something that brings people together, bring something that's going to be different than other readers or other therapists and things like this. One of the problems now is with crystal therapy, if you're going to do something in person, you're going to have to get through the coronavirus mess and all that. But once you get through that, I think you'll have more opportunities because there are fairs. They're going to open up to where you can be at the fair. We can be at the expo. So you have fairs, expos where you can be and do the therapy. And I think that's going to be something people are interested in. I think also you have an opportunity to sort of teach crystal therapy and to bring more people in. So you bring traffic either to your channel, you bring traffic to your socials, you're just teaching these things, you're showing examples, you're showing it live, you're doing promotions. I think the more that people see you, the more people see the opportunities they have to sort of get into this, and it looks exciting and you bring something unique, I think the better off you're going to be. But you do have to get that initial customer base, and the initial money flow is going to be steady and reliable before you can sort of use this for a living type of thing. So the Ace of Cups points to is something you're passionate about, which always makes it easier to sort of get into, right? If you're passionate about it, something that you really love, something that you're really excited about, people are going to be excited with you. Because if you're excited about something, it just flows out of you and everybody wants to see what's happening over there, you know? It's the same type of thing if you get somebody in an expo or in a fair or something who's just really hyped and excited about everything. People just sort of gravitate to that. They like the energy. And I think that's going to be one of your main components. But again, you need the customer base. We need the level of income flow to be steady. And once we have that, that's going to sort of point to that. That sort of points to the wheel being reversed. Leaves flow. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. So again, that points to the wheel. We need to get that as a day-to-day basis. The wheel being upside down means that it's not there yet. We need to have that basis. The Five of Swords, we need to have the customer base. We need to have multiple outlets. So don't lean on YouTube being your primary or your only outlet. Don't lean on the expo or the fair being the only one. Obviously, because of the coronavirus, let's say I was leaning only on fairs and expos right now, right? That's only income I had was fairs and expos. That's cut off. That's cut off. If you only have one single source of income, one single source where people can find you, then you're going to have a problem when it's cut off. And it just got cut off randomly with this Corona stuff. So have all of that stuff. Have your Instagram, have your Facebook, YouTube combo or whatever, to where you have this stuff actively going on. And basically the star again points to rounding out your things. You're going to be teaching crystal stuff. People are excited. They're like, what is crystal healing? I can go to Queen Flo and understand what crystal therapy is, and I can sort of see it in action. Maybe I can learn a little bit about crystal therapy. So I have multiple reasons to come to Queen Flo's social media, to Queen Flo's, to become a Queen Flo customer. So, I mean, there you go. Kind of a long reading there, sorry about that. But, I mean, once you have that variety of outlet, once you have the different things that people can do, they're going to be pretty excited about hanging out with you. I got a square payment from Elizabeth Juarez. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I appreciate you. Did you have a question? Let me know. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Leaves Flo has a question. Timeline of when will I meet my man? I'm single as a Pringle. Well, you got that. Leaves Flo's got the things going on there. All right. Single as a Pringle. I don't know. Is that a saying? Doesn't Pringle come in a can of like a bunch of them? I'm not sure. I mean, if I had a Pringle, it comes in a can with a bunch of other ones. Is that single, or is that like, accompanied by a bunch of friends? I don't know. Maybe the Pringle in the can, they're not social distancing. So we know there's a problem there. We know there's a problem with the Pringles. No social distancing, no masks, and you're in a small can. That can't be good. But we do want to find you a man here. We need to find you a man and check it out. Oh, what would be a good man deck? I think the default, as always, would be the Playful Heart Tarot. The Playful Heart Tarot, especially if you're a Pringles. You don't have the social distancing. You don't have that, and we gotta get the Pringles social distancing in. So the new Pringles can may only have like 3 chips in it, because you have to separate the chips out. Got to keep them separated like the song. There you go. Timeline would be great as well. There you go. Getting a man and getting him on time. We need to figure that out. All right. So what is the protocol on dates now? What's the new thing with dates? So if I have a date, so let's say I'm going out on a date, okay, with someone, and do I wear a mask and gloves on the date? Is that a thing? How do you date now? What's the proper dating? Do I get too close? What if they're flirting and they get within 6 feet? Do I kick them? Do I have to kick them away or boot them away or something? I don't know. How do you date now? Is dating a thing still? Is dating a thing? If I kiss them, do you kiss with the masks on? I don't know these things. I don't understand these things. These are important questions. Lindsay, hello. What is going on? Purchase a house. That is fantastic, Lindsay. Let's check this out. All right. So the 4 of Pentacles reversed points to a man. I'm trying to get a man. The King of Swords says you do have a man. The 9 of Swords says maybe not the best one. The 2 of Pentacles were sort of out of options at some point, and we got to know some of this information. The 4 of Pentacles holding on to what we have. A lot of this is going to involve sort of finding someone that is not selfish. You sort of have this sort of limit. You have this sort of limit in finding people to where you've been finding people that are a bit selfish. People that aren't exactly honest with you. They're selfish. They like what they want, maybe a bit narcissistic. So we've run into some of the narcissists in the past. And I think that's what you're trying to avoid. It seems to be something that you're running into before, you've had problems with before. And like the can of Pringles, you're ready to mingle. You're ready to get in that can and get right next to somebody, you know, Corona, it doesn't matter anymore. Let's get right next to them. No mask, no gloves, no hazmat suit. But yeah, we're running into the narcissist. Now, the King of Swords says we do have an opportunity with somebody new. The King of Swords is a bit of a leader, a bit of somebody who likes to do things their way. They like to approach, they like to be honest, they like to be open, they like to be somebody that, you know, is sort of there, and somebody that likes attention as well. So the King of Swords has a deck of cards. I don't know why they have a deck of cards, but sure. But this is sort of the military leader, or someone that is very excited, very enthusiastic, very good with what they do, and usually is like a manager of some sort. So I think that's what you have coming. And the sword sort of points to possibly an air sign. I think an air sign as well. So if you're looking for someone, I think that you have an opportunity for that. Now, you do meet this person online through an online site, and then you end up meeting in person, and I think it works out okay. I mean, it works out okay. The Knight of Swords says you're a bit hesitant to leap in full steam. We have a problem leaping in full steam. And I think you see a couple of red flags. They're not anything big, you know, but you have a couple of red flags as far as the person is concerned. One is that you're afraid of the narcissist being within. That's a problem with dating. You never really know who the person actually is until you're, you know, until you're knee deep in the date type thing. But you're concerned about that. You see a couple of red flags. We're really hesitant to get that going. If you're looking for a timeline, I would say 7 months, 6 to 7 months. You're going to meet somebody before then, but I don't think they're going to be qualified at all. But the leader, the person who's an air sign, the person that's going to be good, seems to be your only choice. It's like you have choices and they fall out. And they fall out. In other words, I have a date, the date just doesn't, you know, end up going. I have this opportunity with somebody, it doesn't end up working out. You have a bunch of weird things. And that's what we're sort of looking at with the Two of Pentacles being reversed. It's like you have a limited choice where you don't have as many choices. So you end up with the leader, and again, I would say about 6 months, and a pretty interesting person. Just, you know, sort of watch the red flags, sort of see what's going on with that. Elizabeth Juarez wants to know about a week. How's next week going, I guess? Sure, we'll do that. Sure, we'll do that. And then we'll do the house. I'm excited about this house, man. I've been house shopping so freaking much. All right, let's see. Elizabeth Juarez talking about week, I guess. Week. Krista, what is going on? Tara, hello, what is up? And Anthony is here as well. We got a lot of people joining us. I appreciate everybody hanging out. This is my tarot tower, by the way, 50 decks. If you're interested in this, we do have a video about how to get this done. All right, so I want to use the Star Tarot because it's new and everyone's excited about it. I did add it. Look at that. Look at my efficiency today. I mean, just look at the raw efficiency up in here. We have a graphic that appears. I just press a button and it appears and it goes away. You know, that is where it goes. All right. Will I get a government job? Well, that would be nice. Government, get one of those nice, cushy government jobs. I'll take that. I'll take one of those. Dating is like a job. 5 Point Star says that is true. It is. Dating is like a full-time job to where you could get coronavirus at the end of the day. You know? You never know. So I'm working from home right now. Where I work, we sit about 1 inch from each other. So here's me, and here's the person next to me. We're like that. So, and the next person's like that. So I'm kind of curious, when I go back, what are they going to do? I assume they're going to separate us. They're going to separate us. It's going to be like, oh, what are they going to do in school? Have you been to a school lately? The kids at school sit about a foot away from each other because the class is so packed. So, I mean, I'm kind of curious what happens. What happens at school now? I don't know. The world's changing right before my eyes. Doesn't that remind you? Wait a minute. Doesn't that remind you of this? Of the Golden Tarot? Tell me that doesn't remind you of the Golden Tarot. Is that the same as the Golden Tarot? All right, now I'm curious. Oh my God, they're upside down. Okay, we're looking for the Three of Cups. See, the Sun, I mean, I'm just saying, they took inspiration from the Golden Tarot for some of these. So the Three of Cups, what does that look like? That really reminds me of this deck. I mean, I'm just saying. Am I going to find the Three of Cups sometime today? Would be great. Oh, that would be fantastic if I could find the Three of Cups. I don't know. Let's see. So we're looking for the week ahead. And she's like, what is this person doing? He's digging through. I'm just saying, it looks similar. It looks really similar. I don't know. We'll find out later. Anyway, the Three of Cups points to a good week ahead, basically. So this is the celebratory card. The celebratory card is the Three of Cups. The base thing. Raina, thank you for your donation. Jesus, I appreciate that. Very generous donation. Raina, you are amazing as always. I appreciate you. Raina, for that donation, I will teach you watercolor. I will sit down and teach you watercolor. Raina, I'm just saying. I will sit down and teach you watercolor. I'm just saying. All right. So the Three of Cups points to a good week ahead. We have a lot of positive things. Again, this is a celebration card. It's all about being with friends, talking to friends, getting with the community, getting excited, getting with it, all of that stuff. So the Moon as well. It's a good emotional week ahead. It's some good for sort of getting in tune with your emotions, figuring out what you want, how you want it, and that's going to be good as far as getting in tune with emotions and getting that synchronicity in, because it's almost like that we've had maybe a bit of difficulty getting the synchronicity within ourselves, or getting that serious about that. Maybe we've been disconnected from our emotions, but we've been confused about our emotions as well. So I think the week ahead is going to bring us into a new place to where things are going to be good as well. The Seven of Swords, it looks like maybe we're looking at possibly a trip or something minor. When we're looking at travel, trip, the Seven of Swords sometimes points to a trip, points to grabbing the swords and leaving with them. So it may be an exit from something, planning a trip, planning an exit. We have a bit of movement involved as well. Now, the Seven of Swords, if you're looking at movement, I want to make a video about this. We have movement. Oh, this would be a great video. Oh, now I'm excited about this video. Okay, the Seven of Swords talks about movement in a short duration. We have a short movement. So it's something that is a bit movement oriented going on next week, planning something, trying to figure something out, hopping into something fun. Sounds fantastic. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate you so much. You are amazing as always. All right, Lindsay wants to know, planning to purchase a house in fall. A house in fall. Let's try that. That is the best time too, because nobody's buying. Nobody's buying. You don't have competition. I'll tell you, the worst time to buy a house is like June. It's like June. Oh. Buying a house in fall. Oh, I want to make a video. I want to make a video on buying a house. What cards are good, bad? What cards sort of get in the way? What cards are messy? What cards make for a messy transition, a messy move? You never know what's going on. I think for this one, the Bonfire Tarot, I think is my new house buying deck. It's got all sorts of beef in it. It's very beefy. It's a very beefy deck. I mean, I'm just saying. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. Of course, you know, we really should be using my new tarot, which is going to Kickstarter next week. I should launch it right now. I don't know. Should I launch my Kickstarter right now? Let me know. Because that card, you know, that card wants to leap out of there. The card wants to leap out. It wants to be free. Buying a house is not easy. It's not easy at all. Why is it so hard? Sathandra, there is no list, my friend. Donations take priority. And then I pick it random because I roll random. It is all about the randomness. You never know what in the world you're going to get on this channel, that's for sure. You never know what you're going to get on this channel. I was all excited about medical tarot. Now I'm hyped about making a movement video. I don't know which one I'll do, but I'm just saying. The Ace of Cups, every reading has the Ace of Cups starting it out. Why? I mean, I don't know. Ace of Cups, Nine of Coins, Seven of Wands, not exactly the best thing that I would be seeing. The Hermit, the Eight of Swords. When you're talking about buying a house, when we're talking about getting things and getting into a house, the Hermit is a very good card. I know it's like being alone. I realize you're not going to be alone in your house. Oh, I guess not. Most likely, I realize you're not going to be alone in your house. But the Hermit points to settling down. We settle down, which is completely opposite to my personality, as you can obviously probably tell. But I mean, settling down, easing down, getting comfortable within the house buying process. The Hermit's a key card here. The Hermit is a very key card. The Eight of Swords as well. We're sort of boxed in the house. We sort of comfortable within that as well. Anthony, are you in the States? Yes, I am in Texas. The fine state of, the unlocked fine state of Texas. When we're talking about locking versus unlocking a state, it's like the DLC of a video game. Sometimes you just need to unlock that DLC. And that's what we've done in Texas. That's what we've done. Ace of Cups points to, this is an emotional decision for you. This is obviously a financial decision for you, but it's also very emotional for Lindsay. It's a very emotional thing. I think there's some emotion involved with this. I think there's moving involved with this, duh. I think there is something more involved than I just want a house. I think there's something else going on. The Ace of Cups points to that. We have a little bit of emotional complexity within here, but it's looking good as far as that's concerned. Hermit talking about buying the house. That's looking good. Let's see what other complications we're sort of mixing in here. The Nine of Coins means that there are more options than what you want. You would like to get a house that's the options that you will need, and only the options that you will need. It's kind of like that we're overwhelmed with options, and all the pictures start looking the same. It's very interesting as far as all the pictures sort of looking the same. You're trying to figure out what the differences is. You're trying to figure out online what all these things are going on. The Seven of Wands, as well as, it's almost like that you've had a bad experience. Your speaking is similar to UK English. I don't know. Do I sound UK? I think I sound pretty Texan. Everybody makes fun of my accent, so I might sound Texan. I don't know. Leaves flow. Thank you. Have a nice day. Have a good one. Seven of Wands points to, you've had some issues. We've run into some problems already. Either you've asked about something and you've gotten something that's maybe not truthful. You've run into situations to where the house just looks really fishy. I think you've run into situations that are sort of disadvantageous. But basically, yes, you will get that. Yes, you will get that. The Eight of Swords, what are we talking about when we're doing a house buying? Ooh, I may need to make a house video too. I need to make all sorts of videos. The Eight of Swords. Now, this is the lady surrounded by swords. When we're talking about buying a house, this points to like the house is too small, or it's smaller than what we want. Some of the rooms are smaller. Some of the house in general, maybe the yard is smaller than what we want. But basically, we're settling in with, you sound like an educated Texan. Well, I'm highly educated, but I really don't act like it. But I mean, okay, in my opinion. Well, Jennifer, thank you for assuming I'm educated. I appreciate that. You end up with a house that's too small, basically. It's not big enough. I think you wanted something larger. The price range that you were looking at, you ended up getting something that maybe is not as big as what you had wanted. I think you do get a house. I think we buy a house. I think we have some problems initially, either with some truthfulness in the advertisement. We have some, I know this is going on forever, I'm sorry. I love house buying. Truthfulness with advertisement. We have an emotional issue that we need to sort of get resolved. In other words, this is an emotional move as well as a financial move. But yes, after 9 hours, the answer is yes. The Hermit says, we get that. We get that. Jennifer, from one Texan to another. See, Jennifer's Jennifer is just putting on the compliments over there. Jennifer says that I'm beautiful, and Jennifer says that I'm educated. I mean, how can you not like Jennifer after that? I mean, I'm just saying. Got that Texan drawl. I do have that Texan drawl. Maybe listening skills need to improve. That's harsh. Okay. What is my love gonna look like with a Capricorn? Well, good luck with that. Let's find out. Let's find out about that Capricorn action. See if we're gonna look like a love with a Capricorn. A love with a cap. A love with a cap. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go pure love. Let's go pure love and the Hobbit. Nothing says love with a Capricorn like the Hobbit Tarot on the love screen. I mean, the love screen and the Hobbit Tarot go together like those Pringles in a can. Like those Pringles in a can. CM wants to know, does that mean you think most Texans are dumb? No. I mean, I don't think that your region determines your intelligence level. No. In fact, Texas is probably the biggest hub of IT jobs in the United States right now. So I would say in general, Texans are very intelligent. So there you go. I would say Texans are very intelligent because this is the hub of IT right now. If you look for where to get an IT job, Texas appears like 3 freaking times in the top 10. So, I mean, I'm just saying, we have some highly educated people, and I'm in IT as well. So there you go. There you go. All right. I want to visit the Kennedy Space Center. Isn't that in Houston? If you see anything in Houston, don't go. Houston traffic is like being tortured. Houston traffic is pretty bad. Pretty bad. I have to say, the traffic is so bad. It's probably worse than... I've been to New York. Traffic in New York was nothing compared to Houston. I'm going to tell you now. All right. 9 of Wands reversed. The 2 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, the 5 of Swords. We got a couple of obstacles. We have a couple of obstacles in here. We do. A couple of them. Not a ton. Not a ton of obstacles. I think, Houston is the armpit of Texas. Yes. Houston is not only the armpit, it is the post P90 workout with no underarm deodorant armpit. I would say a P90 workout that went for like 120 minutes and they did not use any deodorant whatsoever. That would be the Houston armpit equivalent of Texas. Okay. I would say overall, yes. Overall, yes, the love looks good. The 2 of Cups points to new love. It points to getting together. It points to being a very passionate, a very good love. It points to being something that's going to be very pleasurable. The 3 of Cups talking about a celebratory or friends as well. I think that it's going to go over well with both friends. I think that we will have the 3 of Cups will have a good relationship with our friends, which is important. If we have a love, I love you, right? Hopefully you get along with my friends, or that's going to be a problem because the friends are going to gossip. They're going to say all sorts of bad things. I don't really see that being a factor here. The 3 of Cups says we have some good news as far as that goes. Now let's get into the problems. Let's get into a couple of the stepping stones. The 9 of Wands being I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I think we're coming from a position of either bad relationships in one of your pasts, or relationships that weren't optimal, relationships that went nowhere, relationships that maybe have some dishonesty within them. The 9 of Wands points to that. So we have a bit of that past we need to get over. We need to get over that. We need to move forward and get out of that, right? and get out of that a bit. The Five of Swords being reversed at the end talks about the Lord of Defeat. And by the way, this is in my medical tarot. My medical tarot may be coming out today. Maybe I'll do one on buying a house. Maybe I'll do one on whatever I said a minute ago. I don't know. The Five of Swords, the Lord of Defeat. It's going to be an uphill battle at times. The uphill battle, I think, involves either not making enough time for each other, or the time is not quality time. It's like that we have problems getting quality time. That is really kind of weird, right? Quality time, but it does factor in. I can spend time with you, but if it's not quality time, it's, you know what I'm saying? You need the quality time. We need the alone time. We need the time to grow together, to get emotional together. So that's going to be difficult to find that time. But as far as the relationship, it looks extremely promising. And I mean, it doesn't look bad at all. It looks pretty good. The the Two of Cups with the Three of Cups, I think, is a fantastic sort of launching point for that. But overall, I think we're doing pretty okay with that. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. I am back. I'm coming back tomorrow morning. It's Memorial Day in the U.S. I have the day off. I might as well do morning readings again. So that's 3 days in a row I'm doing morning readings, which is great. Also back tonight. So if it's 6:30 p.m. or a.m. Central, I'm going to be here. So if you didn't get your question answered, I'm here all the time. Do you realize that's 10 live streams I'm doing this week? That's 10 live streams. That's a lot. So, join me. I'm here all the time, apparently. So I love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We'll see you next time.